Welcome to Data Sports. Another week, another round of rugby league. This time there is magic in the air, a little bit of woo woo even. These are my tips and predictions for the NRL round 11 magic round. Firstly, make sure you like, subscribe, and give the socials a follow so you don't miss any rugby league content. Secondly, I am spewing a little bit that I'm going to be missing magic round this year, but it's not all bad as I'm going to be punishing Asahi's fresh off the tap in Japan. Trying to find a sports bar to watch the Broncos punish Manly on the Friday, or testing KO to the limits with a VPN. We'll see how that goes. Anywho, up first on the Thursday, we've actually got the Women's State of Origin, the first game of 3 this year. I'll be honest, I don't really know a whole lot of the players too well, but legally, I've got to back Queensland and to get it done at the Cauldron. Get the atmosphere pumping, ready to roll into Magic Round on the Friday. Go get them, girls. Now, that rolls me into the first game of Magic Round between the Raiders and the Bulldogs. This game is an absolute stitch up the pick, and it could easily go either way. I'm going to back in the Doggies, though, 1-12 over Canberra. Both have showed signs of dog in them over the season so far, but the Doggies have been putting up a great show against some teams like Penrith, I believe Storm. So, yeah, they're going all right there. And they've looked pretty good, I think, at various points of the season so far. So Canberra, they are coming fresh off a bye and no doubt will make it a tough game, but I'm going to go the Hounds. Manly Seagulls versus Broncos in an alleged home game at Suncorp for Manly. Well, I think we're going to see a massacre, honestly. Broncos 26 plus even. We've absolutely touched them the last few years in Magic Round. I've been able to go to those games, and they've been the easiest watch of all time. Not to mention now with the injury list and Turbo gone as well, you can well and truly put a line through Manly. Broncos have more than enough firepower to punish Manly all across the park. If players like Ezra and Walsh as well step up like they did last week, it's going to open Manly up to an absolute pounding. Manly not really loving to defend much at all, and Broncos loving to put about 30 points on in about 15 minutes. So it's going to be a rough watch for you Manly fans, sorry to say. Titans versus Knights, another game I'm really not feeling super on picking. So Titans, they gave me a bloody heart attack last week, just getting it done over the Cowboys, but they have lost a lot of players with injury dramas. I'm going to have to back the Knights 1-12 in that case. Honestly, probably going to be really close, more like 2 to 4 points, but that's what we're going to go with. It does scare me this game though. So Knights, they have been on a bit of a run without KP though. Titans are finding their feet a little bit off the back of some Brumo magic, but he's out as well for a considerable amount of time, I believe 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. Titans in Queensland, they do like to put up a bit of a fight, but I think with so many key players missing, yeah, we're going to go to the Knights. Sharks versus Roosters, like many, I've got this down for game of the round, but yeah, it's a hard one to pick. Both have been on a really good run. Sharks have been good enough to hold out Storm, and Roosters have just been pumping teams as well. Sharks, hopefully, or at least he's listed to get Nico Hines back, but they can show they can get things done without him as well. I feel like they are going to need him going up a team like the Roosters, but I guess you could say the same for Storm. They got it done. I feel that Sharks, their defense this season has been absolutely excellent, which has been the factor that's got them over the line most of the times. I could certainly see Roosters running off with it. I am a little bit scared of Angus Crichton. I love getting on Angus Crichton. He is a monster. But no, I'm going to back the Sharks here. I think their defense is going to be able to get it over the line. I don't know how long the Roosters can keep this up as well. Yeah, it's going to be a great game either way. Rabbits versus Cows. If I got the option, I'd tip neither, honestly. Tip the fucking bye round to beat these teams. But both teams, yeah, they're well on the way to fighting for the wooden spoon. Cows having, quite the fall from grace at this point, but I guess they were never that good to begin with. I feel that I need to stand on business, though, and back the Rabbits over the Cows, because the Cowboys, they're on my ban list at this point. Surely the Cows can win this. You would think they could win this, but they've consistently let everybody down recently. So both these teams as well, you're throwing darts at a board. Eventually one's going to hit. It hurts that one of these teams is going to be walking away with a W. Honestly, I'm hoping for a draw. That would be the ideal situation, that neither of them get the win and they just get a point each. That works for me. But no, we're going to go the Rabbitohs, but I have zero confidence in this. Warriors versus Penrith. Lots of out for the Warriors. So I'm going to go Penrith 13 plus. It's a little bit different in the halves of both of these teams at the moment. Few injuries going around, but I think as well the Warriors are going to be massively impacted compared to Penrith, which we've seen be able to go through injuries with really no hiccups at all. So sadly for the Warriors, it's been quite a struggle for them for the last month or so, and I just don't see it all coming together, especially without SJ against the defending premiers. Penrith do Penrith things; they're going to grind them down and just choke them out. Storm versus Eels. Storm would have been flogged by Bellyache for their loss in Melbourne last week, so I'm seeing a considerable bounce back for them. I'm going to take them 13 plus over the Eels. Eels got thumped by the Broncos. They did show some glimmers of hope, but not enough to get it done against a Storm unit. Still no Hughes, but I believe Falago, he is going to be too much, cause a lot of havoc at fullback. It's going to be a battle between him and Blaze Talangi as well at the back. Tigers versus Finns up. Again, like Broncos, technically an away game, but come on now. I'm going to take the Finns 13 plus against the Tigers. Sadly, our time seeing Trey Filler rip things up at the back is coming to an end, but Hammer's coming back in, so that's a good problem to have. No Coltero and Max Plath, but Wayne has the Dolphins team running on that good shit. The halves pairing, along with some real effort players, are getting them home time and time again. Now, little magic round tip of the week. I'm going to back Ezra Mam to score 4 points. Angus Crichton, he can't be stopped, so he's going over. Surfalago, he's carving up the Eels, and the Hammer, he's going to be crossing on his return as well. It'll be a bit of wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay, that's me done. Next video, it's going to be coming from Japan. Have a good one.